Hey you guys, welcome in to Divine Golden Intuitions, Divine Golden Master. This is your girl Lex, and we're going to be doing our astrology report. Okay, so we're going to be reflecting on week 2, going over week 3. All right, so we're already halfway through, y'all. You made it. Good job. Good motherfucking job. High five, okay? You made it. We made it. We here. All right, we're here. We're here. We made it through 2 weeks. Clap it up. Good job, all right? No, for real, okay? So, let's step right in. We're going to reflect on week 2 because I didn't do a video for week 2, so we're going to reflect on that energy. And then for week 3, we're going to see what we have to come this week. All right, so this is our astrology forecast. Do not forget. Please remember that we did a full month breakdown. This is just the weekly in-depth breakdown. So hold on one second. So we're gonna dive deep into what is going on. I'm trying to see what's going on with my signal. Y'all bear with me really quick. And how was this week for you guys? Let me know how it was for you. I'm curious. Did the energy we're going to speak about, does it resonate? Did you experience it? Tell me how it shows up for you. And also, I want to know what you guys are excited about. Okay. So let me go ahead. Get tuned in, tapped on. Also, you guys, I posted one of my costume videos. All right, you guys, like I told you, I was editing them. I'm trying to make them really cutesy, really demure, with like little voiceovers. That's really, really good. So let me know how y'all enjoying that, okay? Because I'm eating it up. I love it. I have to get my notes on this phone, but it's glitching. Okay. And I feel like I need to sit up my vacuum. What's up, y'all? It feels so good. Okay, so I put up my notes on my laptop instead because I don't know what's going on my other phone. I don't know. Okay, so we are in week 3 today. Well, we're about to be in week 3 tomorrow. Week 3 is going to be the 13th through the 19th, and today is the 12th. So we're going to reflect on the 12th through the 6th. All right, so week 2, the themes were Mercury. That's always a tongue twister. Mercury went direct on the 6th. And Aries, we had the Aries lunar eclipse on the 7th. Okay, so that was very powerful. Take time to reflect on the energy where you could have seen some powerful revelations. You could have had some breakthroughs, maybe even some endings. I know I definitely had some powerful breakthroughs, and it was a lot of like subtle answers. And what I mean by that is like, you know how like the clairs that we spoke about, like how certain things just start to make sense. You don't really know why it started to make sense. You don't really know what made it start to make sense, but it started to make sense, So that was what I experienced, especially with that energy. It was a lot of things that I feel like came full circle for me. And a lot of questions that I even had about my personal life or my personal career and things like that answered. And things that I was pondering on for months a little bit. So I was like, okay, that was really good. I like that. Also breakthroughs, because it was a lightness that came with this eclipse. Okay. Another thing here relationships and partnerships may be tested. And I can't wait to tell you about this, but relationships and partnerships may be tested. What balance of independence and cooperation do you need? Okay, so I am, in the past life I was an Aries, and in this life I'm supposed to be channeling Libra energy, surfing South and North Node. So I have a hyper independent energy, and that was something that I really was noticing Spirit was talking to me about this week, where Spirit was like, when it comes to my relationships and partnerships, showing up in a more full way. I feel like, and this is me just being very transparent, because I have certain independence, because I have certain security. Like, I have a certain security about myself where it's like, even with my friends, like, I don't have to see them every day. I don't have to talk to them every day. I'm definitely not the talk every day friend. You know what I mean? But I am the friend that when I do see you, it's, it's like nothing been missing. I am the friend that when you need me, I'm going to show up, and I'm not going to just show up halfway. I'm going to show up all the way. I'm dedicated to, you know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I'm a distant type. So, so that was something that I was noticing this week. I already know that about myself, but this week it was like, how can I reflect my actual true feelings in my relationships better? Because I noticed that a lot of people perceive that energy to be like nonchalant or self-centered, and it's none of that. But it is, I'm that type of person where I take time to think about how others feel about how I'm treating them, because I want people to do the same for me. So I take time to think about how people feel about how I treat them. Do they feel the love that I have for them, or how are they feeling? Like, I really care about those things, but I try not to go too deep because I don't want to be self-sacrificing. But this week I do notice that with my relationships and partnerships, I was like, okay, well, where am I balancing my independence and cooperation? Like, or when do I need to be less independent and be more cooperative? Like, so also even in my direct environment, not with just my friends, but in my direct environment within my family and things like that, like, how can let me see how I can listen here, because maybe it's something that I don't know, or maybe it's not necessary. Maybe that extra talking or the extra explaining things is not necessary. Let's just make it happen together. Or like, I'm really, like, when we spoke about being clairaudient, I'm very eloquent, and I'm very I know how to express what I'm feeling very clearly. And a lot of people, sometimes people don't have that as well. And it's like, for me, sometimes I can be a stickler for clarity, and I can be a stickler for, like, you said you were going to do this, do what you said you're going to do. Because if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. But shit happens. You know what I mean? Things happen. So I feel like that was a theme that was this week that was surfacing. That was very interesting. And I was just I'm really just proud of myself too, because I love how patient and kind I am with my growth. And I just love my spirit. I love that I do that, because that's how you can really build long-standing relationships, when you take the time to look at yourself. So I was really like, okay, even with certain moments, like, where I was feeling like, okay, I feel angry, I want to go off, or I want to do this, and it's like, patience. Can you cooperate? Can you teach? Can you show someone this? Can you be the one that can be able to show them? Can you be the one to be able to teach them? Like, especially like a lot of times I have a lot of younger people around me, or the case may be, and it's like, sometimes that really does require a level of patience. All right, that me personally, I'm not gonna lie, patience is one of those things that I work with. Okay, because I'm very detailed, I like things a certain way, and I do things a certain way, and I feel like everybody else should. But it's like, hey, you can't project that onto people, So spirit, we was looking at that when me and my spirit team. I was like, okay, all right, we growing. Now the next thing that you could have seen going on was big emotional releases could have happened. Trust the process. I know one day I was feeling super, like, my temper, I was feeling like, why am I getting angry? So I took the time to analyze, like, why are you feeling like that? Why are you feeling this way? Is this just Then I remember I went on my chat to ask about why do I feel certain triggers with my kids. You know what I mean? Like certain times where, and everybody has to be honest with themselves. And certain times it could be triggering, right? When you are constantly have to do for your kids, because kids is not, they don't think about, it's just you their parents. So they're telling you their need, they're constantly telling you their needs, their wants, the things that they, and it's like we have to find time as adults to nurture our cup, fill our cup, to make sure that we can be able to show up in a way that is nurturing and that is healing and that is going to help them to feel safe, So I was talking to my little, I was looking into my little chat, asking questions, like doing a little self-therapy and analyzation on myself. And so that was something that was really big, and I feel like it really showed me too about how my inner child is still certain things is healing. Like as a child, especially with our generations, when we were kids, it was like a sit down and shut up type of thing. It was a sit down and move to the side. It was a sit down, go to your room, you don't need to be seen type of thing. So a lot of us don't raise our kids like that no more. We listen to our kids. We allow them to have a voice. We allow them to be who they are naturally showing up to be. So with that being said, it's like it's very different in nature when you are raising your kids that way, and it's not something that you've experienced. So you have to take time to self-reflect and analyze that too. So that was really good for me. Now the reflection questions that I have for you guys for week 2 is, how can I honor both my independence and my commitments? I'm going to read the question again. How can I honor both my independence and my commitments? And I feel like balance is we are in Libra season. Balance has been very apparent as well for me, because just balancing and knowing that this year definitely has taught me, no matter what, enjoy life. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you're experiencing, no matter what happens, don't let that be what shifts your narrative. You are in control of your narrative. You are the only one that shifts your narrative, not the circumstance. So that's really good. What is being revealed that I can no longer ignore? What is being revealed that I can no longer ignore? And, sit with yourself and see what it is. But I also was noticing things, like for me with that question, that's a really good one, because a lot of things with this eclipse was revealed. And, it goes into the shadows. And as we go into those darker moments, as in the darker seasons, it's just very good to reflect upon that and to see, like, okay, the leaves is falling. What needs to be released? What needs to fall away? So I like that. Now, for week 3 that's coming up, so tomorrow to the 19th, the 13th through the 19th, my eye is watering the wind. All right, so week 3, October 13th to the 19th, the themes that we can expect for week 3 is the integration after the eclipse. Okay, with the Sun conjunct Venus on the 16th, which we do have the group ritual. All right, for my lovers, or if you want to attract love, go ahead and get your spots on the 16th. But yeah, with this Sun conjunct Venus energy, the energy softens into harmony and healing. And it's so beautiful to have this energy directly after such an intense week and an intense time, because it was like boom, 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 that eclipse energy. And now we're sitting here with this energy where Venus is going to sit with the Sun, and that's our Ori, right? So that's putting it into a love energy and putting us into a place where we're going to be able to see, right, like the healing take place and see things harmonize and be able to come back even in a even more beautiful way. All right. This week is going to be great for love, great for creativity, and reconnecting with what brings you joy. All right. And I already was feeling like when I was on my planner this week, I was just like, I was already feeling this energy of like, you know what I mean? Like this week's about to be really good. And even just being an entrepreneur, I feel like as an entrepreneur, well, me personally, I feel like astrology really does affect how our business goes and things like that. And I really do notice that. And it's like, oh, Spirit, look at that. That's amazing. So if you're an entrepreneur, pay attention to your trends, because this energy, like with the astrology, like this is about to be a harmonious week. Last week could have been a little rough for you, but this week coming up, you're probably going to make you some more money is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably going to make more money and you could already be increasing, right? Like the trends, you know, like could have went down. Now it's already starting to go up. Now it's really going to go up this week. Okay? Pay attention. This week is a really good week for compromise. Okay, so if you wanted to be able to compromise with someone, it will feel easier. It will be able to be done with ease. Also, any type of collaboration. Remember, you took this time to think about how you can be independent but cooperative at the same time. So it puts you in full alignment, okay, for collaborations to be able to flourish. All right, notice what brings beauty and balance into your life. And for me, it's like the little things. That's one of the things for me. It's like the little things. Having my candles, my incense, my crystals. You know, having that cup of coffee. Being outside like this for a certain amount of time. You know, the little things that don't cost anything for me. Is very important. Okay, so what does it look like for you though, right? What does beauty within your environment look like for you? What does balance in your life look like for you? Okay. The reflection question that we have for this week is, what relationships or connections feel most nourishing? It's making me want to hug myself, like, right? What relationships or connections feel most nourishing? It's a really good question. Where can I choose peace over conflict? And I like that, because I could be a debater. I like a little debate. I like to talk. I like a little bit of different. I like people with different mindsets, because then I like that. I like to explore that mind, because I'm a Libra. I like weighing all scales. I like knowing all perspectives. I like being able to see from everybody's perspective. Libra stellum, that is, because y'all know I'm a Virgo. But I think I just said I'm a Libra, but I meant I have a Libra stellum, because I really do resonate and vibrate more with my Libra energy. It's heavily aspected in my chart. But yeah, where can I choose peace over conflict? So that's a good one. All right, so I love you guys. Love yourself. Get ready. Okay, so we do have the Lovers Ritual. I'm gonna do another video explaining about that ritual, probably right after this one. But yes, I love you guys. Love yourself. Peace. I'll see you guys in my next one. And let me know how last week was. How did it go for you? And like, could you relate, or let me know down in the comments. Peace.